A Kirby rumor? The Kirby? A rumor about him? You gotta be kidding me. Yes. It seems that YouTuber Nate the Hate, he's come out with some various leaky kind of info before, I guess. I think I've heard the name. I still don't know what person where who potentially works at or with Nintendo is just like, yeah, I've got a YouTuber friend. I just tell him stuff. I don't understand. I don't understand that. Don't know where this information could be coming from. But according to Nate the Hate, Kirby Planet Robobot is going to Switch in 2025. I think it is safe to assume that this would be an HD remaster. And it's a little funny because, I mean, like, sure. I mean, like, yeah, yeah, another Kirby remaster. Yeah, that coming, a Kirby game on the Switch? Surely you must be joking. Yeah, so, you know, it definitely makes sense, especially if we're not going to get like another major like mainline Kirby or something next year. Nintendo likes to do the regular Kirby releases, and, you know, remasters and whatnot seem to be working out for them pretty well. We really don't know. They set the bar really high with Return to Dreamland Deluxe. That's the thing. They really did set the bar high, giving it this whole like extra mode and a whole entire campaign starring the game's villain. Like, they really added a lot of stuff to Dreamland Deluxe, and that really didn't come out that long ago. That's the thing. What was that, like last year? It'd be slightly surprising if they gave us another Kirby remaster so quickly, because like you're gonna run out. You're gonna run out of stuff to remaster and remake, right? But like if they sell it for $60 and it doesn't have like a bunch of new features or whatever, like, I don't know. Will they justify it by being like, yeah, but it was a 3DS game and that took even more remastering, so maybe it makes up for it. I really don't know. It's also funny because they've already been releasing so many remasters and things that, like, I don't know, does 2025 even need any more just like random Switch remaster kind of stuff? We're already getting DKC returns in like January. The Switch 2 is coming around. We're gonna be so focused on that. Do we need another one? Do we need just another, like, okay, yeah, sure. At the same time, obviously, this is mirroring what Nintendo did with the 3DS. When the 3DS was in its twilight years, Switch comes around, and they had the big install base, and they wanted to just keep giving those people something. They just wanted to sell some more stuff on the 3DS. However, I would say that this situation is a little bit different. The 3DS was its own platform. There was no backwards compatibility. So, like, games that they put on the 3DS, like, they were there. They were basically just stuck on the 3DS. And like they wanted to say they were still supporting the 3DS. It's almost like they did it out of obligation. I don't know. Because I don't think most of those remasters did very well. I really don't. I don't think any of the stuff that launched on the 3DS in the last year or two of its life, I feel like those were all, I don't want to use the word flop. We don't have like solid numbers for any of it. But I mean, Samus Returns didn't sound like it sold very well. It was like 500,000 units or something. It's terrible. The Mario and Luigi remakes, those didn't do well at all. You know, that whole situation went. So I don't know. I don't know how well all this stuff did. And it is true that at least in this situation here, they wouldn't be remastering a bunch of, this really turned into a much bigger conversation. They're not necessarily making these games and then abandoning them on the original Switch. It's not like with the 3DS where now like those games are just kind of stuck there. At least now, especially if there's some kind of like performance boost or whatever on the Switch 2, then like, yeah, it still kind of makes sense to put some stuff on the original Switch. But then it's like, how much of this is just them being able to say, technically, we supported the Switch for such and such amount of time into the next generation. We can say, technically speaking, we still gave the Switch original regular Switch games that you can play on Switch 2, but you know, Switch 2 games you're not gonna be able to play those on a Switch, so they still want to produce some Switch dedicated software. Is it really mostly just gonna be some like easy remasters and ports and stuff? I don't really know. Beyond Metroid Prime 4, are we actually gonna get any real original games for the Switch, or I don't know. If not though, then yeah, Kirby Planet Robobot is a perfectly fine contender for something to be remastered on the Switch. I have heard some people say it's a little surprising to get a Robobot remaster on Switch before Triple Deluxe. I know Triple Deluxe and Robobot were both on 3DS. And I haven't played all these games. I haven't played Robobot. I mean, I'm actually pretty excited about this. I like the idea of them putting a version of Robobot on Switch. I like that. I don't want to have to track down a copy for my 3DS, and I'm kind of getting into Kirby now, and people are telling me that I've heard from countless people, loads of people, that Robobot is like, if not the best Kirby game, then just like top tier Kirby game. So that's pretty exciting. And you know, I've heard Triple Deluxe is pretty good too. I think if I had to guess, I would say they're doing Robobot instead of Triple Deluxe because Robobot has a much more like firm, like unique identity. Because we just got Return to Dreamland Deluxe on the Switch. So now if you bring us Triple Deluxe, what's it gonna be? Triple Deluxe Deluxe? I don't know, but like Triple Deluxe seems like a little bit more of like a I don't want to say generic, but a very, you know, like Kirby, Triple Deluxe. It just kind of looks like a Kirby game. And, you know, a little more like, see, I don't want to say anything that makes it sound like a bad game, run of the mill. I just mean more like general Kirby aesthetic, which we kind of already got in Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Whereas, yeah, Robobot, it's the robot one. It's got like a really particular style, and I don't know, maybe they just thought it was a better contender, or a better fit for getting remastered and sold to a new audience or whatever. I don't really know, but that's the rumor. Someone somewhere potentially has information and has provided this information to YouTuber Nate the Hate that Kirby. See, is this another just really good educated guess though? Someone like, okay, we're gonna get more Switch remasters in 2025. It's inevitable. Okay, what's the most most likely games to get? It's Kirby. You just go straight to Kirby. Okay, what games are in line for a remaster? Planet Robobot, the one everyone. This could just be another very, very good guess, and it could absolutely end up being true. Just because it was that good of a guess, just because this kind of thing starting to feel that predictable. But I don't know. I hope it's true. I hope we get Robobot HD or whatever in 2025, even if there's a chance they won't give us any new content and they'll still sell it for $60. Whatever. Would you prefer that, my friends? Or would you prefer Kirby Triple Deluxe? Because, I mean, I'd like that. I think that'd be pretty funny. Just do it. Just do it. Like, just straight up do it. Call it Kirby Triple Deluxe Deluxe. I would enjoy the heck out of that.